Hi, so this vlog is just going to be about systematic reviews and meta-analysis. As we learned previously, systematic reviews and meta-analysis tend to be the top tier of literature we can usually find on most topics, as they tend to congregate all the information currently or uh, basically currently available to your selection into a concise paper and summarize the results for you, which supposedly is supposed to be better in order to again gain further power to detect effects or just summarize information for clinical use. This comes down to basically the quality of the papers that you're using. And as we also learned, grade is one of the methods that's being used to do so. Previously, a lot of the methods contained a lot of judgment calls based on the reader. And as I find that to be a bit not disturbing per se, but just a little bit lacking in terms of just credibility. And the more and more I read meta-analysis, it seems that instead of just simply bypassing, um, instead of using results that you would deem necessary or papers that you do redeem like would need to be included, they bypass the whole grade process by simply picking papers and being extremely, let's say, liberal with their selection criteria. Uh, Again, for at least for the exam and a few of the analyses that we had to read through our class or critical reviews, you come to see that a lot of the search methods used by these authors when creating systematic reviews tend to be lacking in terms of just getting the original population. Authors can include any inclusion and exclusion and inclusion criteria that they'd like, but if you don't have the original population, you're gonna never get a full sample of at least the papers they included. And for all you know, they could include papers. For all you know, they could be including papers that only show their results. Again, we're supposed to use funnel plots as a method of basically bypassing this and showing us where the papers would lie. But as seen before, funnel plots, especially if you use only a small amount of papers, could be misleading and still give you p-values that generally may argue that that paper selection would be insignificant, like the bias available, like publication bias, but that may not be necessarily the case. Also, a lot of the time when it comes to grade literature, the ones that are included, I almost never see any criteria on that, and that's sort of questionable as well. As if you're looking in grade literature, you're trying to find negative results, and if you're cherry picking papers from there, then basically anything that you can basically prove anything, because you can basically skip the highly negative papers and just pick up the simply small negative ones and show that there basically isn't too much of a trend, whereas missing the small negative ones that are never reported, you'll never really see anything. Okay, thank you.